Welcome back to FRCinSight. I'm your host Eric Ching, and today we have our first mentor interview with Scott McMahon.
Hi.
Scott was our first mentor, and today we're here to ask him a couple questions about his experience. So, Scott, when did you first get involved with Westlake Robotics?
So I got an email from a parent of a student in the first year that the program was active. An old boss of mine named Mike Becker, whose son, Ben Becker, was taking the class, and apparently coach had asked the students, hey, do you know anyone, parents or others that be willing to be a mentor? And so Ben went home and said, hey, Dad, do you want a mentor? And his dad's like, no, but I know who might. And so I got a call from Mike, and I showed up, and it's been fun ever since.
Was that 2008 or was that before then?
So the call went out, it was in 2007. It was like in September, like very, very early September 2007. Apparently, Coach had registered to partake in the best robotics competition, which normally runs between September and November. And Westlake was put on the wait list, and so it wasn't until like the middle of the first week that Coach got a call saying, hey, you're in, so we'll come by and drop off your stuff. And at that point, things panicked. So I think I pretty much showed up on the first weekend of that. And so yeah, it's been since September of 2007. And then there was a couple of mentors, like a guy called Tim Olson, and later in the January timeframe, we had Joe Hirschberger and Stosh Zabriskie show up, and there was some others, like my late wife. She sort of joined in pretty much so she could see me at night, because otherwise she was a bit of a robot widow. We got way into it, so yeah.
All right, and what do you do specifically in the team? What's your role as a mentor?
I bring in some food on Saturdays. No, in all seriousness, the cool part about this team is we have started to pick up some really cool mentors, and while I'm kind of a generalist, I'm not particularly strong at the mechanics of the thing. I've learned through 14 years of osmosis. But so I mostly look after the electrical team, which is kind of cool because that's kind of my day job as an electrical engineer, right? Yeah, so mostly electrical team, but I provide maybe unwanted opinions everywhere.
All right. What's your favorite part of mentoring?
Oh, it's when you see the light bulb go off, right? It's when a student suddenly makes a connection between something like what we're doing and maybe like something they studied in physics or math or computer science or something, where they see like, whoa, the classroom has a purpose, right? Yeah, it's the light bulb turn on moments, right? It's something like, hey, calculus, PID, right? It has a purpose. That's the cool part for me.
That's great. And let's see. What do you think is the most important thing you've learned over the years, being like the most senior mentor?
The most important thing I've learned?
Or gained, I guess.
I think the most important thing that I try to keep reminding us is to stay humble, right? I mean, we're doing pretty good stuff here, but it doesn't take much to bring something crashing down. So if you stay humble and you stay focused, work hard, hopefully we'll keep the success we've had so far, keep it going.
Would you say you had a favorite year or favorite robot, favorite season?
They've all been fun, except for maybe 2009, because no one likes 2009. You need to look up 2009.
I'd have to look that up.
Yeah, I think it was 2013, the Frisbee shooting year. That was the first year that I think we really started to, I think we started to get it mechanically, right? 2008, I mean, it was a great year for a rookie year, and I don't think we could have joined at a year where there wasn't a more rookie-friendly game. 2009, 2010 was kind of cool, but we weren't kicking. Our soccer ball kicker was just literally a stick, a gearbox, and a motor. It was not fancy. 2011, we tried to make an elevator out of 80/20 and failed miserably. Not only did we fail miserably at the elevator, it would go up, but we didn't even do something smart like put a non-back drivable worm gearbox on it. We were using a tough box like idiots. 2012 basketball year, that was pretty cool, and we started to do okay there. I mean, the thing is that was such a slow lumbering beast. It was apparently driving it was like riding a Bronco because it would bump all over the place. Although it didn't stop it from getting in a movie. But 13 was kind of like a good year because we developed something that literally other people noticed, right, for the first time. And that was the Frisbee shooting deck, right? I mean, the robot itself was slow and defendable. And if we used like a 2014 chassis with a 2013 shooter, it would have been an amazing robot. The nice thing about this group is we learn and we're not too stupid to, not look back and think of, could we do better? But 2013 was probably the first year that we really did pretty cool. It was also the year that Coach won Woody Flowers. It was the first year we did well at Chairman's. I mean, it was a kind of a breakout year, and that was really cool.
Thanks. And I guess we'll go to the last question. What do you think is the most important advice you have for other mentors?
So if you're talking about experienced mentors, I don't think I really have anything to provide advice for any experienced mentors because there's so many that I'm still learning from. But if you're a new mentor, my best advice for you is bring Occam's razor, right? In other words, if you discuss something with students and 2 or 3 ideas are thrown around, help guide them to the one that is likely the simplest to implement, right? The simplest to explain, the simplest to program, to manufacture, because getting it done sooner and then letting the students take it and drive it and tune it up and whatnot, the more that they can use it and the more they can, get experience with it, the better they're going to do with it, right? I mean, if you give if students, finish their robot like minutes before a competition and really have no experience driving it, they'll spend the entire the event learning it and driving it. But and will score probably 50% more by the end of the event, right, than they did in the first few matches. Mm-hmm. So get that out of the way and be driving in week 4 if you can, right? And just, kids are smart. They'll find really creative ways of using what they got. But if they don't got it, then they can't do that creativity. So bring Occam's razor, keep it simple, and go.
All right, well, I think that's all the questions I have for today. Thank you so much for joining us. And thanks for watching. Join us next time, tomorrow, when we will be doing our first Subteam of the week with electronics. Thanks.